Hey, how's it going, everybody? So I wanted to jump on here real quick because I read into this article involving one of our favorite online platforms, right? Zillow. So apparently Zillow has gotten itself into some hot water, right? They're being sued by their investors because of for reasons that us as realtors have kind of known for some time, but we've had like battling out with our clients for forever, right? But as you all know, Zillow is an online platform where people go on and browse homes for sale. You can list your own house on there for sale, be it by owner, or you can sell directly to Zillow. And also they sell leads to real estate agents, which is their main hustle, right? Zillow has been very successful with collecting data from homeowners or people just online browsing for homes. And they've been very successful with taking those who are interested in buying a home and pairing that person up with a real estate professional to take them out and see either that home that they were initially acquiring about on Zillow, or they take them out and find them a comparable home, depending on whether or not that home is even available still. And in this market today, if you see something on Zillow today, by the time you reach a real estate agent, it's probably already gone. So you can go ahead and forget about that. But no, it for what I can from what I can basically read off of this complaint from their investors is that Zillow, one, their Zillow estimate is complete trash. Okay, which we already knew. It's something that we've been having to deal with for the longest because people put so much trust into the Zillow estimate. I mean, you literally get into battles with a client trying to explain to them why their $500,000 house that was built in 1994 and has no upgrades is not worth the same as the house that was built in 2018. It has every upgrade, stainless steel, dark, has the granite granite countertops, has wood-like porcelain type floors all throughout. Just everything's done. It has a pool in the backyard. You have to explain to them why their house is not worth the same as that house down there. Some people get it, but some people are just completely look, Zillow said it's worth this. I want this price. So that's when we have to make sure that we're being professionals and we're sitting them down and we're laying it out on the counter for them and saying, hey, look, this is what's in your market. This is what your house is worth. I'm sorry, Zillow lied to you. Okay, and we can ask if Zillow can buy it for you, but Zillow is gonna be like, not buying that. Okay, or else they would have been bought it from you. And they've also, we find out that they suck at forecasting real estate markets. For whatever reason, Zillow decided they want to go full steam ahead in this iBuyer program, which is about what I stated earlier. It's a program that but Zillow buys your house directly from you. Whereas before, you go to a real estate agent, you put on to a market, everybody comes to see your house, ooh, looks nice, and put in an offer, buys it. This way you can bypass all that nonsense, right? And you can go talk to Zillow will buy your house directly from you. That's what they're doing. So now you have people are up in arms now because Zillow has pulling out of the iBuyer program but after all these investors threw all this money into Zillow, because they are a reputable company, right? They've been around for over a decade. They've been very successful in doing what they've been doing, and I have no idea why they decided to try to throw their hat into all these different ventures when they were doing just fine in the lane that they were in. But they decided to branch out. They decided they want to get into the fix and flip, the wholesaling, and the iBuyer program at the height of a real estate market as of right now. Because as you guys know, our market is hot. All right, it is extremely hot to the point it has to cool down at some point. We can't continue to be at these prices forever. And I think Zillow kind of they figured that out once they bought like thousands of homes, and they're like, yo, we need to get rid of these homes. We bought too many of these things. We need to shut down this iBuyer program. And investors are looking at them like, excuse me, I just dumped billions of dollars into your company because we thought you were going to, be seeing this iBuyer program and overtaking all these other places like Open Door, Next Door, Purple Bricks, and all these other places like that. And now you guys are pulling out. What the F? So now their investors are mad because they think they're being misled. They think that Zillow wasn't being transparent. They knew that they, when it got too deep into the iBuyer program and didn't really calculate and really sit down with either accountants, whoever, just other professionals to see if them getting into the iBuyer program at this time was a good idea. So that's what they're trying to allege. So now they're in that whole nonsense. And I don't know. I'm not buying the whole thing that Zillow didn't know. Look, it's Zillow. Zillow has all the resources in the world. They have access to all the accountants they need, appraisers they need, real estate agents they need. There's no way that you can sit there and tell me that you did not foresee that the market is going to eventually turn. Some people are saying that they did it intentionally, that they're manipulating the market. I can kind of see that. I mean, I can see, because it makes no sense. It makes no sense for a company that big to just go balls to the wall when at the height of a market, which they know it is. They know they can easily read data. Okay, they have tons of smart people there. They went balls to the wall and decided to buy all these houses. And now, which all that did was raise the comps because they were overpaying for these houses. They were outbidding, because I'm pretty sure if you were a home in the market to buy a home, you were being outbid by, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. I mean, hell, I've seen people being outbid by $1 million, but you were getting outbid. And it was because of big institutions like Zillow and just other places, BlackRock, and then larger investors that you probably haven't heard of. But those were the entities that were sitting there overbid and just pretty much taking homes from you. And now that they've done that, all it did was raise the comps of that specific area if they farmed that area. So let's say Zillow went and bought an entire block, right? They went through that entire block and just bought homes that were up for sale, overpaying $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. All it did was raise the value of those homes in that area. Now Zillow comes through and says, all right, cool. Look, we don't need these houses. We were going to fix and flip it. Now we're going to sell all these houses. Okay, we're going to sell these houses because now the comparables, we've raised the home prices up, X amount, and now we get to sell for a profit. And consumer, you're just Joe Schmo. You want to sell your house now. Zillow has sold all their houses, not knowing that Zillow and these other entities were the ones that were buying these houses at those prices anyways, not the average consumer, especially here in Vegas. I mean, look, Vegas is it's a waitress, bartender, school teacher, police officer. We don't have these big tech jobs. We don't have Hollywood. We're not California. We're not New York. We don't have all these millionaires out here. I mean, we got people out here with money, but we're not these other states that have that type of economy. We don't have those type of buyers here. So when you're trying to put your house on your house for sale now for $420,000, and that $420,000 buyer is no longer, buying houses in that area for that price, you're stuck. And now you're forced to sell your house for way less than what you thought you were going to get it. And it sucks. So that's why people think that Zillow was manipulating the market. And I can kind of see, where they're coming from in regards to that. But all of this is solidified to me that Zillow has no idea what I want to say it doesn't have any idea. The Zillow estimate is complete bunk. All right. It sucks. Listen, if you're going to get an estimate on your home, I don't know what, gripes people have with the real estate agents. If you have a bad experience, just make sure that you sit with someone who's knowledgeable, right? Sit down with them, have them explain to you, hey, Zillow says my house is worth this. Is this accurate? If the real estate agent is worth anything, he's going to sit you down. He's going to do his job. He's going to pull multiple houses in your area that matches your house as close as he can get it. And if it's none in your area, he's going to expand and try to find something as close to your house as possible and try to let you know, hey, look, this is what people in your area are buying and at what price for homes similar to yours. So I think your house is worth this. Put it onto market for X amount of dollars and let the market decide what your house is worth. Because at the end of the day, that's what your house is worth. It's worth what someone is willing to pay for. It's worth what you're willing to sell it for and what that persons are willing to pay you for it. That is it. We don't make the market, we interpret it. I said it before. It's up between you and the consumer. All right, you, the seller, and the buyer. That is it. Stop listening to Zillow. They're trash. They have no idea what they're talking about when it comes to doing that, because you got to realize they are not in the market. All right, hold on real quick. Phone is going off. They're not in the market. They're not in your local market, that is, and they're not seeing, what houses are going for, the type of house that you own, the specs of it, the upgrades that you made. They don't see any of that. So when you're over here trying to say that, the Zestimate is saying this, it's not taking into account that the house that you're comparing it to made, $20,000-$30,000 in upgrades, and that's what people are willing to pay for that house, if that makes sense. All right. Let me actually read you guys this article that I pulled up. I'm not sure why my computer decided it just wanted to completely just shut me out and not open. But let's read this article real quick. It says that, and this is regarding Zillow, the lawsuit between them and their shareholders. All right. It says defendants made materially false, and defendants being Zillow, materially false and or misleading statements, as well as failed to disclose material adverse facts about the company's business operations and prospects. Specifically, defendants failed to disclose to investors, one, that despite operational improvements, the companies experienced significant unpredictability in forecasting home prices for its Zillow Offer business. Zillow Offers is their iBuyer program, and they're saying that they wanted being transparent. They knew that they were having issues predicting and forecasting, the foreseeable market, and they think they held out. And these people dumped in, X amount of money, billions of dollars to this company, and now they're at a loss. And if you know anything about investing, when you're dumping that type of money, you're in it for the long haul. You're gonna let it sit there. You're gonna let your money just appreciate over time, and then you cash out eventually. So yeah, to me, it just seems like Zillow, they dropped the ball here. I'm interested in seeing, where this is going. So I'm going to be following this, but I thought I'd bring it to you guys and just share it with you, because I'm always trying to figure out what's going on in the world of real estate and trying to figure out, how to make the next move and where I should be shifting my focus. And seeing stuff like this, at least it's bringing some light and shedding some light onto things that we've already been saying, and hopefully it starts to wake some people up and you guys start to realize that, look, it ain't all what it seems. It ain't all. Look, real estate is not that easy. If it was that easy, everybody would be doing it. Zillow tried it. Zillow and all these other companies, they try to compete with the real estate agents. We cannot, I'm not gonna say we cannot be replaced, but a good real estate agent, along as well as a travel agent, right? You still have travel agent Expedia, which is the CEO of Zillow also founded freaking Expedia, who basically, try to disrupt travel agents, which they're still around, right? You still see travel agents around, and good travel agents are being used constantly. And that's the same thing with the real estate agent, because especially in real estate, because if you bought a house, sold a house, it's a very emotional experience, right? Buying a house is a little bit more fun, unless you're in this market right now. You're kind of like spinning you're probably like losing your mind right now, because you're seeing like 20, 30 homes, you're getting outbid, houses aren't available, whatever. So it's probably not as fun as it typically would be. But selling the home is very stressful. I mean, it's not fun, because a lot of times people need to get from point A to point B. You're probably selling your house because you're short on cash. You need to move because you're moving out of state. There's always something, all right? Or you need to close on that new house build, and you need your house sold by a specific date, or else you're going to lose out on your house. So it's very emotional, and that's why it's good to have a good real estate agent who can sit you down and consult and let you know, like, hey, this is where our time frame is looking like. Hey, look, I know you're looking for a specific house. Let's try here, rather than trying to go in this competitive market. You need a good real estate agent because it is adamant. I mean, it is. Look, it's necessary. I mean, you cannot sit there and try to use Zillow and use these other places who have no idea about your real estate market, and they just gonna, just set you up for, set you a failure when it comes to either purchasing or buying a home. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy that. I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I'm done rambling, but I hope you guys had a happy new year, and I stayed my butt home, didn't have to move work. That's what we're doing here. We're starting it off right. Do not. If you guys made plans for yourselves, if you made your New Year's resolutions, make sure you stick to them. It's so easy to sit there and fall into the trends of new year, new me, and make all these big, these big promises to yourself just to sound cool online. We all know that what you see online is not reality. Don't fall into the trap. I see people putting their yearly earnings for real estate, knowing good and well they're lying. Oh, I made 20 million in sales. Like, shut up. You just started selling real estate yesterday. You didn't make 20 million, nothing. Get out of here. All right. Nobody's believing you. Still over here. Don't get me started on some of these agents are out here. Stop following people. Don't get lost into the noise. Focus on you. Focus on what you're doing. Focus on your plan. Stick to it. Don't deviate from it, no matter how hard it gets. It's going to get uncomfortable, okay? But you made a promise to yourself to do what it is that you set out to do this year, okay? You should have started out months ago, okay, in preparation to make sure that if you need to adjust some things to, make sure that you meet your goal for 2022, that you can do that. So that's why you don't start right on January 1st, all right? Because, oh my goodness, I need to tweak a few things, and that might set me back, where I need to be. Just keep going, all right? Don't deviate. Keep it going. Seek help. Have a good support circle, and you'll be all right. All right. Happy New Year. I'll talk to you guys soon. Catch you later.